Pokemon Home has finally updated for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. And it's pretty good because not only do we have the trainers on ranked, but we are getting live battle data updates for the Pokemon being used in Season 3, Series 2. So we kind of get to see what's up with the Paradox Pokemon and all of that other fun stuff. Then we can also see the previous seasons, and we have a lot to break down for this. So if you enjoy it, don't forget to leave a like, share with your friends, and comment your thoughts down below. Now, I'm pleasantly surprised that we actually just have live Pokemon updates. I honestly wasn't really expecting that, but I'm not also saying that it was worth the wait, because 2.5 months for Pokemon Home to get working, multiple seasons without knowing what Pokemon is running what, and trying to figure out the item usage, ability, Terra. Yeah, you're not crazy. Over a third of Volcarona are running Terra Grass, and then the other third is running Terra Fairy, and then you can see like all the madness that you're losing to. We needed this Season 1, maybe a little bit into Season 1, but having to wait this long, I still find it unacceptable. We can also kind of compare the numbers and stuff. So if we go back to the rank battles of Pokemon Sword and Shield, drop down to Season 1, we had 1,050,000 players. Singles, doubles, pretty much same. Like, the problem is doubles gets way less players, but it just kind of like counts the same amount of people, so we don't know the exact difference. But yeah, like, there's way less people playing doubles in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. There's also some other interesting things I want to break down. So current season, it's only been going on for about 9 hours. We have 110,000 participants. If we go back to Season 1, we had 1,200,000 people, so 170,000 more people trying out ranked Pokemon. That's kind of interesting. We don't have these sales numbers just yet, but those are coming out soon. I just checked on Google, and it seems like February 7th, so we actually get to see the sales data. But yeah, let's go back and kind of see what's going on here. So, my experience was that there were no English players to be found, or like no non-Asian players to be found, and that really seems to hold true. So in the top 100, I think Radwan is the only English player, unless it like it updated when I was trying to set up the video or something. And okay, so we got another one, Don't Test Me, and keep going. So 2% of players are English. That's kind of wild, but it also it feels accurate. And I think it gets even crazier. So even when we go out to like the later rankings, top 1,000, all Japanese players, one English player. Wait, what's his name? Steven? Good job, Steven. And keep going. So you just keep scrolling. It's all Asian players. And if that was your experience on the ladder, that seems pretty accurate. And then yeah, 2 or 3 English players, non-Japanese players per 100. And what makes this really interesting is at one point, I was ranked 27th, and there's probably like 50,000 people on the ladder, like initially just going straight into ranked when the Battle Stadium updated. I think it's fair to say that either me or Radwan were number 1 in A. So I was legitimately like top rank, if not very likely the best player in North America, just kind of going off of, oh yeah, it's all Japanese players. And I think that's kind of unfortunate because I don't see any kind of way of sorting rank. You just have the world rank. And because I haven't played in a couple hours, my rating has probably dropped because it's all win-loss. So yeah, we're top 2,000 now because we only did a couple battles. But like I said, at one point I was 27th. So you can see the match history, but it doesn't really sort by region. And if I recall correctly, the global link lets you do that. Or there was another way, but I don't see that here, which is super unfortunate. So, I mean, I'd like to sort by language as well. And then there would have been a way to actually, like, find out, like, oh, I'm just the best in North America, because I was at a point. And then it's just all non-English players. We can also see less activity between singles and doubles by looking at top rank. So we have not even 1,700 points, and then 1,754. Same thing for some of the other seasons, that the top rank was 2248 for doubles, but then we had 2415 for singles. Now, it's not like a direct comparison of like, oh, that's 10% difference, therefore there were 10% like more or less players. but it does kind of show like it is a lot easier to rank up in doubles, but it's a more hacked format because everyone's cheating in doubles, and that's all the stuff that came out with Kurt recently. But yeah, it's like the Verlisify is always right thing that North America, or at least English players, when it comes to Pokemon, they're losers. Like, there is no competitive drive right here. They all just want to, like, shiny hunt and then never convert that into competitive, which also further proves why all the shiny teams you see in ranked, especially Master Ball tier, are hacked, because no one legit is getting shinies and then playing the amount of time it takes to get into ranked, or especially, like, high rank and stuff. And then there's just no one wants to be competitive. They just want to complain on Twitter and be toxic. And then I also found something else very interesting. So if you go to the previous season and then you hit on the bottom, it goes all the way down. And it doesn't show you the rank of every person that participated, but it shows you the rank of all the master players, because that's how they actually get the ELO score. So 61,000 for doubles. I mean, 61,000 people made it to master rank in doubles, but singles, 274,000. Also, because the ranking and data is so weird, I don't think we can say a direct thing where it's like, oh, there was 4.5 times more players just going off the master ranking, because we can see that like 80% of players didn't even make it to master rank. So then that gets all weird between singles and doubles as well. But there's a lot of interesting data to extract here. More people played, but it seems like it's all Japanese players. So just like, not even, we picked up like 20,000 more people interested outside of Japan or like in North America or something, that it's just, we lost interest for English players, and then Japan is just loving this game. It's also really good that we have this now, because unfortunately Pokemon Home updated a few hours after like there was that maintenance going on, but at the start of the next season you're going to be able to live track how you're performing if you're one of the first people in Masters, and then again you can kind of use that to see if you are number one in your region. Also, I guess me saying like only North America isn't fair, because it also shows like there's no European players. It should show like Germany, Italy, and stuff. But yeah, just I don't know. I think it's just a complete collapse of the West. It really sucks always being right at this point, because I'm the only PokeTuber trying to do the right thing. I'm the only PokeTuber bringing awareness to the problems and not being a complete fake, not being a complete fraud, not being a liar like Wolfie VGC. The man is evil. I have proven this. So many other content creators, they are in it for the wrong reasons. They're just greedy. They're just exploiting children. And that just goes to all of social media right now, that no, like, it's all about lying for your tribe instead of actually, again, trying to do the right thing. Pokemon rankings. This is kind of like its own video, just kind of break down the meta, but it is really good to kind of see these live meta updates. Corviknight's popular. That's the dude that kept me out of the top 10. So same teams, moves, ability, that pressure, dude, that'll get you. Oh, that's nice. You tap on it and you actually get a description. Ooh, look at that. We got the items. Then we also have the Terra types. And like the Terra types, that's going to be the biggest one. That's going to be the most interesting one to kind of break down and see what Pokemon are running what. Victories, defeats. This is usually like not that useful because of how it's all skewed for like the Pokemon that are being most used. But it also shows a lot of Pokemon. Like, it does top 150 now. Doxpun's at the bottom. Apparently there's a decent amount of psychopaths running Tropius. Oh yeah. Okay, never mind. There's not enough data for I guess maybe it just like starts spitting out Pokemon based on the dex or something. Oh wait, no, is Tropius like... Oh! I think it shows all the fully evolved Pokemon, like any Pokemon that could be used on competitive. Now that you think about it, because it's reduced dex, and then like fully evolved Pokemon stuff. So even if the Pokemon isn't getting usage, we can still kind of see it. No? We have enough Farigirafs to where it's actually countable. Of the 110,000 people on the battle stadium, 12 are running Farigiraf, and 1 psychopath is using throat spray. There's a lot of like fun stuff to break down in here. I'm not sure how much this is going to help, because Pokemon is just like more of an RNG game than ever, and I've been talking about that a lot, to where it's like, yeah, you can maybe play the odds of like, oh, every Volcarona's going Terra Grass. every Iron Moth is going Terra Grass. I mean, you can kind of predict that, but then you can just overpredict, get like the 8% usage water, and then you're kind of in trouble or something. So I think the most usefulness this is going to have is just kind of seeing how low odds the thing that stomped you was. Yo, Tyranitar getting some play. That's me and my boy out there. Top 10 Pokemon on the team. Oh, no one else run the Houndstone. I was out there unique in the number 1 in a top 27 players. So yeah, otherwise it's just kind of like standard stuff of the teams. And yeah, items and abilities. 100% Sandstream. Normally you get like a weird outlier, but every person's brought a Tyranitar running it correctly. Very interesting. I'm wondering if maybe this only takes like master rank usage, which is why we only see like 12 for Farigiraf or something. Yeah, interesting. So we got some interesting Houndstones out there. People are running the Terra Blast with Terra Fighting. That kind of tracks, especially with like all the normal stuff going on. Body Press, it's kind of there, but I mean, yeah, if you're terraing this Pokemon, and most of the time I was just like, oh, I'm going to Terra my Tyranitar because it doesn't matter since Houndstone's going to be so stacked up, and you kind of like chip away at your opponent, or you weasel yourself into a position where like Last Respect is one-shotting if you're Terra Ghost or not. In most situations, unless you like you have to just short it into like a 2 KO Pokemon or something. 75 most usage though, so it's not like overly prevalent. More people are running with the Hippowdon than the Tyranitar. And Life Orb, Spell Tag, Leftovers. Interesting ideas. But yeah, good stuff from the Pokemon Home update. I am going to be spending a lot of time here. More time than Pokemon Sword and Shield, which is weird because I enjoyed Pokemon Sword and Shield's meta. I felt like I was kind of in my prime again with competitive Pokemon battles. I did super good in the online competitions and all that other fun stuff. But I didn't really kind of like search around through the Pokemon because it made sense. I guess Pokemon Scarlet and Violet being such an outrageous mess makes it a lot more interesting to kind of want to know what's going on and maybe get some ideas or see what's beating you and all that other stuff. Yeah, cool. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you all have a nice day. Thank you very much for watching.